Today, we're diving into the Ming Dynasty, a super important time in Chinese history. It lasted from 1368 to 1644 and marked the end of Mongol rule. A former peasant and rebel leader named Zhu Yuanzhang took charge as the Hongwu Emperor. He was the first of many awesome emperors who made the Ming Dynasty famous for its culture, economy, and politics. One cool emperor was the Yongle Emperor. He loved exploring the seas and even built the Forbidden City. Then there was the Wanli Emperor, who ruled during peaceful and wealthy times, even though things got a bit corrupt at the end. The Ming Dynasty had its ups and downs, but it was a time of amazing achievements. The emperors brought China together, made the government strong, and helped the economy grow. It was a golden age for China. Speaking of golden age, the Ming Dynasty is when some of China's most famous landmarks were built, like the Great Wall and the Forbidden City. Pretty impressive, right? So, what made the Ming Dynasty so successful? Well, a few things. First, the emperors were really good at running the country. They made smart rules that helped the economy grow and kept people safe and happy. After the Mongols, everyone felt proud to be Chinese again, and they really liked their new leaders. The Ming government also made sure farming went well, which was a big deal back then. They made it easier for farmers to get land and built canals to water the crops. This meant more food and a stronger economy. And let's not forget about their army. The Ming Dynasty had a powerful military that protected its people and showed other countries how strong they were. They even had a famous explorer named Zheng He who sailed all over the place, making new friends and trading cool stuff. With a strong economy, a powerful army, and smart leaders, the Ming Dynasty was a force to be reckoned with. Now let's talk about how the Ming government worked. At the top was the emperor, the big boss. He had all the power and was seen as the son of heaven, chosen by the gods to rule. But he couldn't do it all alone. He had a team of smart people called scholar officials who helped him run things. These scholar officials were chosen through super hard tests. They had to know everything about Confucius, a famous Chinese philosopher. This ensured that only the smartest people got the job. The government was divided into 6 main departments, each with its own boss who answered directly to the emperor. This was their way of making sure everything ran smoothly. The Ming Dynasty had a system where everyone answered to someone higher up. It was like a ladder with the emperor at the very top. The 6 departments worked with other offices to make sure the emperor's rules were followed throughout the land. Each province had its own leader who reported to the central government. To keep things fair, the emperors had special officials called censors. Their job was to catch anyone being dishonest or breaking the rules. The emperors also had helpers called eunuchs who couldn't be government officials but were trusted advisors. This system worked pretty well, but of course nothing's perfect. Sometimes people got greedy and corrupt, or groups within the government fought with each other, but overall the Ming Dynasty's government was pretty strong and lasted for a long time. Section 5. A time of plenty: economic policies and their impact. The Ming Dynasty was a time of great wealth for China. This was because of new ways of farming, lots of trade, and smart decisions by the government. The emperors knew that farming was super important, so they made sure farmers had what they needed to grow lots of food. They gave land to peasants and built a huge canal called the Grand Canal to transport grain all over the empire. This meant that even if one area had a bad harvest, people wouldn't starve. The Ming Dynasty also became rich from trading with other countries. They had a famous explorer named Zheng He who sailed to faraway lands, bringing back exciting new goods and knowledge. All of this wealth and prosperity led to a boom in art, culture, and learning. Section 6. A force to be reckoned with: military might of the Ming. The Ming Dynasty had a really strong army which was important for keeping the empire safe. They were the ones who finally kicked out the Mongols and protected the borders from any threats. The Ming army was also very advanced for its time. They used gunpowder to make powerful weapons like cannons and guns, which gave them an edge over their enemies. They also rebuilt and made the Great Wall of China even bigger. This massive wall was built to keep out invaders from the north and is a symbol of China's strength even today. But the Ming Dynasty wasn't just powerful on land. Their navy, led by the explorer Zheng He, sailed across the seas, showing off their impressive ships and making new friends. The Ming Dynasty's military power, both on land and at sea, made them a force to be reckoned with. Section 7. A flourishing of culture, art, literature, and innovation. The Ming Dynasty was a time of great creativity in China. With peace and prosperity all around, artists, writers, and thinkers were able to create amazing things. The emperors and wealthy merchants supported these talented individuals, which led to a golden age of art and culture. Ming Dynasty porcelain, known for its beautiful designs and delicate craftsmanship, became famous all over the world. People couldn't get enough of it. In literature, new types of stories emerged, like the vernacular novel, which were stories written in everyday language that everyone could enjoy. Some of these stories, like Water Margin and Romance of the Three Kingdoms, are still popular today. The Ming Dynasty also saw advancements in printing, making it easier to produce books and share knowledge. This led to more people learning to read. On top of that, Chinese astronomers made incredible discoveries about the stars, while mathematicians came up with new ways to solve problems. The compass, gunpowder, and printing, three of ancient China's most important inventions, were further improved during the Ming Dynasty, leaving a lasting impact on China and the world. Section 8. Legacy of the Dragon Throne, enduring influence of the Ming. Even though the Ming Dynasty eventually came to an end in 1644, it left a huge mark on China. You can still see its influence today in the amazing buildings and monuments in Beijing, like the Forbidden City and the Temple of Heaven. These incredible structures remind us of the Ming Dynasty's power, wealth, and artistic talent. The Ming Dynasty also changed Chinese society in a big way. They created a system where government officials were chosen based on their skills and knowledge, not just their family background. This system, although not always perfect, influenced Chinese government for centuries to come. The Ming Dynasty's economic success, thanks to their focus on agriculture and trade, helped China become a major world power in later centuries. Plus, the Ming Dynasty helped to strengthen Chinese culture and identity. They brought back Confucianism, and their art and literature helped to create a sense of shared history and values that still resonate with Chinese people today. The Ming Dynasty was a truly remarkable period in Chinese history. Section 9. Conclusion. A dynasty forged in fire. The Ming Dynasty rose from the ashes of Mongol rule and became a symbol of Chinese strength and prosperity. From its humble beginnings under Zhu Yuanzhang, the Hongwu emperor, the Ming Dynasty grew to become one of the greatest dynasties in Chinese history. Its success was due to a combination of strong leadership, economic growth, military power, and a vibrant culture. The Ming emperors, ruling from their magnificent palaces in the Forbidden City, brought peace and prosperity to China. Their policies, while not always perfect, encouraged creativity and learning. The voyages of Zheng He showed the world how advanced and ambitious the Ming Dynasty was. Even though the Ming Dynasty eventually came to an end, it left an unforgettable legacy on China. Its stunning monuments, beautiful art, and rich culture continue to amaze people today. The Ming Dynasty is a testament to the resilience, creativity, and enduring spirit of the Chinese